All right, man. RG3 and Ryan Clark has thrown some personal podcast blows. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander becomes the 70th NBA MVP. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another banger. Let's lock in right here on the Real The Sports Talk Show.
Can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to do. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over, enough of that mediocre. I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah.
All right, man, we thank you so very much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon. Wherever in the world you are watching right now, we are the real deal. We are the Real The Sports podcast, and welcome to the Real The Sports Talk Show. And around here, man, we talk about the hottest news that's going on in the sports community. Shout out to all our sponsors over in SeatGeek, Bonfire.com, and Lokia. All the links is in the description box below, man. Thank you guys for being here with us today on this pretty decent Saturday afternoon. Me and the dog here in North Kakalaki, North Carolina. Speaking of the dog, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know who he is. All the accolades. He's the longest reigning NFL trivia champion, ladies and gentlemen. This man right here has a degree in science biology, baby. He is Forsyth Tech alum. He hails from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He is 6'3" and all. He is a living legend. He represents the mighty Minnesota Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. He's the OG. He's the legendary Q-Dog.
What's going on, people? Glad y'all able to tune in with us today. It's a glorious day outside, and y'all are in here with us, and we're going to try to give you the best show that we can give you possibly. Like Cinderella, before she gets home before 12 o'clock, she remains herself, her own self. I got to hurry up and get on the podcast before 3 o'clock before my neck could turn green with the chat. But otherwise than that, man, the Vikings, we start our OTAs the next week. I'm glad to hear that. And OTA stands for Organized Team Activity for most people. But due to the game, week 10, it stands for on that ass for you, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It stands for on that ass for due to the game. Baltimore Raven fans, my fellow podcast member. Remember that, Drew. I hope you listen. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you tuned in. It's just me and the host today. You know how we do it. We down the man, but it don't make no difference. We want y'all to get in the live chat. We want y'all in there. We want y'all starting 5-man, your 6-man. Because me and host going to do it today. We're going to put it on you. Get in the live chat. I dare you to get in there. I dare you. Because me and host is ready. Let's go. Let's get the skull on, baby. Let's roll. Let's get it.
Let's go. Go.
Yes, go.
Go. I got you, baby. I got you.
Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Yes, sir.
The Vikings is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. The Vikes. OTAs is really starting up, man. Here we go. 2025 season's on the way. Woo!
Yes, sir.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. Again, thank you guys for being here, man. We're gonna start the show off, man. Hate starting the show like that, but anyway, man, we have to pay tribute, man, to long-time Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay passed away. Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay has died. The team confirmed his death in a statement Wednesday evening. He was 65. We're devastated to announce our beloved owner and CEO Jim Irsay passed away peacefully in his sleep this afternoon. Pete Ward, the team's chief operating officer, revealed. Jim's dedication and passion for the Indianapolis Colts, in addition to his generosity, commitment to the community, and most importantly, his love for his family, were unsurpassed. Our deepest sympathies go to his daughters, Carly Irsay Gordon, Casey Fort, Kaylin Jackson, and his entire family as we grieve with him. Irsay dedicated most of his adult life to the Colts. After spending years around the team, his father, Robert Irsay, acquired the then Baltimore Colts in 1972, and Jim Irsay worked in various capacities for the club, including as a ball boy, scout, and in the personnel department. He became the organization's youngest general manager in 1984, the same year of his father's controversial relocation of the franchise from Baltimore to Indianapolis. Jim Irsay became the Colts' controlling owner following Robert Irsay's death in 1997. I read this. Some of Jim's fondest memories came from his youth working in training camps in Baltimore and growing relationships with players, coaches, and staff, whom he considered his extended family, according to the team statement. Jim's love and appreciation for the NFL, in addition to his history, tradition, and principles, influenced him to become a steward of the game throughout his 50-plus years in the NFL. And, you know, those Indianapolis Colts fans that's watching out there from the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm a Las Vegas Raiders fan, of course. We want to send our condolences to the Indianapolis Colts, the Irsay family, again, the Indianapolis Colts, the fans. This is going to affect everybody because, I mean, this guy right here, for what I know, was very charismatic owner. And he did get a Super Bowl in 2006, Peyton Manning. They defeat the Chicago Bears. But definitely we send our condolences out to the Irsay family, the Indianapolis Colts fan, the whole state of Indiana. You know, we send our condolences. The dog, you want to touch on Jim Irsay real quick?
Condolences to him and his family. This man, you know, for him to be around the league as long as he have and the contributions that he's paid towards the league. He's the one that got that Super Bowl, for them to bring that Super Bowl in with all those predominant players, Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, and all those greats that played for the Baltimore Colts. Tony Dungy, first black coach to ever win a Super Bowl. There's a little bit, some history going on with that organization itself. So, it's just one of the pioneers for the NFL that's done so much. It started from a ball boy as a little boy all the way up to an owner, following the footsteps of his father, and to be able to keep that organization the way he did a remarkable job. So, ass up. That's a well-oiled organization. They the one they hosts the NFL Combine. They've been doing it for years in Indianapolis. And so we just want to thank Jim Irsay and the work that he's done, and I'm sure that his work will continue on in this organization, also in the NFL.
Absolutely, man. Again, man, we send our condolences to the Irsay, Jim Irsay and his family, man. Tragic loss. I know how it is, man. It's kind of like when we lost Al Davis. It was just, it's a blow. It's a blow, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boy, we are about to, for the first time in the Real to Sports podcast history, we're about to get into some of the biggest news, discussion, whatever you want to call it, in probably real sports history. And those of you that may know, it's the hottest thing that's going on in the sports world. It is Ryan Clark versus RG3. The trade shots about interracial marriage during Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's debate. Boy, how this spiraled out of control from that, I tell you. What a story. But let's talk about it. So, a heated feud has erupted between former NFL players turned media personalities, Ryan Clark and Robert Griffith III, better known as RG3. This spat stemmed from a controversial take RG3 shared about the ongoing rivalry between WNBA stars Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. The disagreement, which started as a sports debate, quickly spiraled into a deeply personal and public clash involving accusations of racial bias, character attacks, and even comments about interracial marriage. Initially, RG3 took to social media with pointed remarks about Angel Reese, asserting she harbors animosity towards Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, is staring us all right in the face, but people are afraid to say it, RG3 wrote. He continued with further criticism and won't answer questions about Caitlin Clark. Gets mad when people praise Caitlin Clark for the explosion of popularity around women's basketball. Ryan Clark responded with stronger words, calling RG3's comments irresponsible and accusing him of reinforcing damaging stereotypes. RG3 plays into the narrative that Reese is the villain. Ooh, the plot thickens, big dog. The plot thickens. RG3. I lost what I was doing. He's echoing the microaggressions of racists. Won't make him any less black than me. Clark escalated his critique during an episode of The Pivot, saying that, and I quote, "The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country," referencing to RG3's interracial marriages. If you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you had a conversation about what Angel Reese is dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. I say this and then I'm going to turn it over to the dog here, but RG3 fired back in a subsequent X Twitter post stating that there's a line that you don't cross in life, and Ryan Clark sprinted past it. He accused Clark of a personal attack. Ryan Clark didn't like my take on Angel Reese hating Caitlin Clark. That's fine. Disagreement is part of the game, but instead of debate by point, he personally attacked me and my family. That shows how low of a person he is. He continued, Ryan Clark said, "I don't understand the struggles of black women because I'm married to a white woman. That's wrong and way out of bounds. He dismissed my blackness because I have a different opinion about Angel Reese than he does." Clark then revealed deeper personal frustrations, referencing past tensions between the two. And he said this, and I quote, bro, you know what it is with me and you. I saved you the entire season on Monday Night Football. You're a phony, bro. And one of the worst teammates I ever had, both on the field and in TV. Boy, shots are just fired at this. This goes on and on and on. But Q, give me the whole rundown on how you feel about this. My question is, did Ryan Clark take this too far with RG3?
In the public eye, yes, but as his opinion and as a podcast, the number one podcast, The Pivot, in America and how he opinionates things and how Ryan Clark is as the man, Ryan Clark. No. It's just that the world is not ready for Ryan Clark. He's just one of those voices. I respect Ryan Clark to the utmost. He's a real man's man. He's going to give it to you raw. He's not going to stay outside the circle. When he's talking about something, he's going to give it to you, and he's not going to he's going to dot every I and cross every T. He's not going to leave nothing out. Things that other people will jump over and jump around because it's going to start controversy within the world. He's going to speak on it. I thank God for Ryan Clark, his professionalism. Led him on ESPN, and the whole panel, when he speaks, everybody listen, because this man is going to give it to you raw. He throws a little joke in there every now and then when he commentates on anything, but he hits straight to the sternum, the breastplate, and he don't sugarcoat nothing. And I love that man. Call an ace of spade an ace of spade. In a certain situation right here, this is one of the topics of the Real to Sport podcast. Is probably in our 3 year history is probably one of the top topics that we ever had to discuss. I really feel that, this rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese started in college, and it progressed on to the WNBA. I really feel that, you got two guys that's coming up with their opinions, and I really feel Brian Clark he went outside the normal circle that you might discuss on a sporting event, and he hit home where he felt like, RG3 couldn't go. The reason why he couldn't say things, or why he stagnant and at a point of discussion about this topic. Was he wrong? I don't think so. I don't think he took a punch at that man's wife or nothing like that. But he was just stating the fact. You know what I'm saying? Not stating the fact, just stating the fact, the reason why this man can't step out and say the things that he want to say, because of him being married to a white woman and being married to a white woman twice. Like he said, the discussions in your home when things like this are happening to people like Caitlin Clark, and you're black and she's black. And so, you're there with your wife, and, you don't want to stir nothing in the household. So you keep quiet because you don't want this to escalate it, because, she's going to defend up for her race, and maybe Caitlin Clark or whatever. You'll defend up for, you're defending for, you don't want to start no stir up in your household, so you keep that quiet, what Ryan Clark is saying. I really feel that this is really, it's not about what people are saying. It's just two women just competing on the basketball court. I don't think Caitlin Clark, I don't think Angel Reese hates her. I just think she might know that is her, that's somebody she has to go through to get to where she needs to be in the WNBA, far as playoffs or possible championship. To me, Ryan Clark didn't go too far. They go all the way back to history to the Washington Redskins at the time. He defended that man, and there's been countless of times that you've been talking to other teammates, talking about the skin of your wife or the skin is like milk. And you repeated that constantly 5, 6, 10 times all the time you was around there, and they looking at you like, bruh, I mean, what is your problem? Why is you confirming this skin is milk? And so the more you talk like that towards your wife like that, I think the more you discredit yourself as a black man and maybe other black women around about their skin. Like their skin is the top skin, and the black women's skin is beneath them. In so many words, that's what you're saying. I think that you should keep that comment to yourself if you felt like that, because you're around a lot of black men that you work with for the Washington Redskins that have wives, and you're referring to your wife's skin as like the top number one. So what do you think about their wife's skin? They're not number one. So you start that controversy well before this controversy, and then you're sitting here talking, and then he's trying to defend you because a lot of brothers on that team did not like you for comments that you were saying like that, and they have wives, they have mothers, they have sisters, they have cousins, and they have nieces females that have black skin, and for you to make that comment constantly within that organization around that team, that was uncalled for, my brother. That was really uncalled for. So that being said, did you bring this to light, and then you're saying that Angel Reese is jealous of her, you know what I'm saying, and this and that, and you know, and then Brian Clark says he goes back to your history of what you said in the as the Washington Redskins. You made that comment about the skin of white women, or your white looks like milk, and it's just so on the epsilon, the top, and then you don't say nothing about the black women's skin. You know, you're demoralizing them, and then at the same time, this man right here, you come out saying these things, you know. So Brian Clark goes straight to the source of why you feel the way you do, and it's that because he has a history. He know you like other people didn't know you, and I didn't know that all that was going on in the Washington Redskin camp, but he was there, and Brian Clark spoke on it because he's a real man. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing out stuff in you that you're trying to hide. That's what Ryan Clark does. You know, you can't hide nothing around this man, because if it's there, he's going to call it out. He's real. And so that's no attack on your wife. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's just him stating the fact that things that you cannot say because of the position that you're in. That's all he's saying. And so my thing to me, Oh, I'm back, host. I hit the button. You hear me? You hear me, host?
Go.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, and the thing about that, you know, my thing is the only way this is gonna resolve, and I hope y'all out here hearing me. I'm finna go deep on this one, and I hope you understand. But most of the old schools will understand what I'm about to say. The only way we can solve this Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese situation is only two people on earth can do this. We got to go back 42 years. And I'm talking about, and I'm going to break it down to you, and I'm talking about the Magic Johnson-Larry Bird rivalry. This is on the some type of level. And the best thing that I think for these two young ladies to do is to have a session with Larry Bird. Let Larry Bird sit beside Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark sit beside Magic in the same room. Look at the history of these two, a man versus a white man in the biggest championship game ever in collegiate basketball, 1979, Indiana State versus Michigan State. This took on a rivalry that progressed into the NFL in all of the 80s. Well, these two men wanted to win. They was the ultimate competitors. They did not hate each other, but they respected each other as far as them and their athleticism. They had respect for their game, but they wanted the same thing. I think if you take these two ladies and you get them around these icons, the ones that saved the NBA when the NBA was going spiraling south, if you get around these two icons and their experience of dealing with the same situation that y'all dealing with. Here's a black woman versus a white woman going into the WNBA. Both have talent, going for the same thing. This is not a black and white thing. So you sit them two in there, the ones that went through the same thing you went through at a worse time than what we're dealing now, and was able to make the NBA great because of their competitiveness. They love each other today. They still talk to each other today. But when was on that basketball court, they was compete for the same thing. They respected each other's game. Let these two men talk to these two ladies, and I guarantee when these two men get through talking to these ladies, this angry, this racist, and all this old kind of stuff will be thrown out the window because they have talked to legends that went through this and won championships. So they know what they're talking about. And keep the commentators out of this. You keep the commentators out of this. Let these two legends talk to them. Now, if this happened out there and they was able to do this, Y'all owe me some royalties for coming up with this idea. I'm telling you. But this is the best way to solve this. Let these two ladies, put them in a session, let them talk to these two legends and how they pioneered the way of throwing black versus white. You know, even the teams. Lakers had an all-black team, majority. Boston had an all-white team. But it wasn't about color. It was about competing. Those that can remember that, host, you can remember that, those magic rivalries they had in the 80s, it wasn't about color. You know, they fought, yeah, this and that, but it wasn't about race. They didn't like each other. It's just the fact, yeah, they didn't like each other to the fact that it was just competitive. You know what I'm saying? That not as a person. No, it wasn't nothing like that. These teams can get together and sit around and laugh today about what the things they went through. You can see them on several podcasts or, you know, things like that. And they can talk about how the Lakers gave them so much help, or how I couldn't sleep at night thinking about Larry Bird, you know, or I'm out there shooting 600 jumpers and I get off the court. I know Magic out there shooting 650. Let me get back out there and shoot 100 more. It's just they always kept each other on their mind because they want to beat each other on the court. Now, off the court, personally, you know, they don't have no beef like that, man. It's just that they had that different type of rivalry and competitiveness that is second to none. And so I really feel if you do that with these young ladies, get them to talk to these talk to these icons, these legends, I guarantee you that stuff that we see from them from that point on, that will be a different type of way they play basketball.
You know, I agree with you with the sit down. I agree with you with the sit down. That's something that needs to happen. But the Caitlin, let's start. The common denominator is the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing. This goes back, of course, national championship between LSU and Iowa, and Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese, you know, hit the whole ring thing. Actually, LSU beat Caitlin, the Iowa Hawkeyes in the national championship, send them home. Okay, so Caitlin Clark got her get back the next year. So that's a rival thing in there. People say that maybe they're jealous, or Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. It could be, but you know, it's just a rival, man. I don't think it has to do nothing with black or white. Just happened, Caitlin Clark has to be a white lady, and Angel Reese has to be a black lady. But I don't think race has anything to do with it. I just think there's two at that time. There was just two great basketball women that was very popular coming up in that era. Both of them actually changed women's basketball in a way, got it more popular. Caitlin Clark stuck out a little bit more because, I mean, truth be told, Caitlin Clark is better than Angel Reese. Come on now, let's keep it real. But you know, to go in this Ryan Clark. Well, first of all, you know, the question is, did Ryan Clark go too far? And I agree with the dog. No, he did not. I think what it is, his words went too far, but his meaning was not. Poor choice of words. One thing you do not talk about, ladies and gentlemen, when you're debating with another person is you never bring up their wife, kids, their family. You just never do that. Because now you go into personal thing, and us as men, when you talk about family, all we have is our defense mechanism. So when we hear family or anybody else, we're protectors. So when we hear wife, kids, anything like that, we automatically, as human beings, not just man, just human beings, we get defensive. RG3 was, I put it like this, he wasn't listening. He was listening with his feelings, but he wasn't actually listening to Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark did not attack his wife. No. Ryan Clark did not attack that man's family. No, he did not. Poor choice of words again. Misunderstanding. And RG3, he really needs to clear this up because it's more on him. He is more in his feelings than anything. But and also he said that Angel Reese was about to sucker punch Caitlin Clark. That was not true. She had no intents. You can look at if you go back and look at, I can't play it on here due to copyright issues, but she was not about to sucker punch Caitlin Clark. And why would you even say that? Because that's a tragic thing. To sucker punch somebody, that's already identifying a person as a bad guy. Sucker punch, ladies and gentlemen, means punching you without you not even knowing it. That's a sucker. It's called a sucker punch. When you hit somebody and they don't even know that it's coming. That's kind of like a cheating move. So that already identifies Angel Reese as the bad guy. So what Ryan Clark is basically saying is, how are these two are just rivals, but how are you just going to point out Angel Reese as the bad guy? I get that. I honestly get that. If you go back and look at the squabble between Reese and Clark, they both was going at it. Nobody was right, nobody was wrong. It's an athletic move. Like the dog said, these girls, they off the court, they probably cool as I don't know what. We don't know. But I mean, this right here just spiraled out of the way. And in my opinion, I'm going to blame RG3 for this because he took it and he skyrocketed with it. Now it's making Ryan Clark look very, very bad. Now to the point where you got ESPN people want Ryan Clark to be fired because they thinking that he made a racist comment. And it's ridiculous. When are we in this world, Q? When are we going to we have to, how did we get so soft? Like we cannot say anything without it have to be racist or mean or anything like that. The truth is just the truth. Why we cannot accept the truth, I don't understand it. Yeah, the truth hurts, but you got to be mature enough to take it and just take it on the chin, bro. That man did not come at his wife. So RG3 trying to get, puff his chest out. I just don't understand it. Because again, you're not hearing the message. You're not hearing it clearly. Look, he says, Ryan Clark, he says, I also clarified, I didn't attack your wife. I spoke on what you do on social media and TV. You get on Angel Reese. That's what you do. You try to make her a bad guy. So he said, I met your wife and she seemed like a lovely lady that was worth more than the color of her skin. Come on. I mean, I just, as the public spat continues to gain traction, is ignited broader conversations around race, gender, and the treatment of Black female athletes in sports media. See how this has gone from here to there? You see? We went from A all the way to Z on an opinion that RG3 took and ran with it. Like you stated, Q, The Pivot. It's the best part. It's the number one podcast on YouTube. Ryan Clark has won an Emmy Award for his show. Kudos to him. I want to be up there one day. I will be there one day, Ryan Clark. You hear that? But I mean, his show, and like Q stated, I love his show too, because he, as a man, he doesn't do just athletes. He does different people that's trailblazers and different kind of other people as well. It's just not about sports with him. It's about academics. It's about wealth. It's about knowledge and power and all that good stuff with it. Hard work, all that, what you want to put into it. Ryan Clark, that's why that show is the best. I agree. So when he making he's a genuine guy that's going to make his opinions. Even his staff, Fred Taylor, as well, and Crowder. I mean, those guys, they just keep it real. And RG3 could not take it. So now they're going to misconstrue. See, that's the problem with, and me and Q have talked about this outside of the show, that, and he made a great statement. He said, real men are not liked. He should get all kind of flowers for that comment. I'm talking about Q Dog. He actually said that. And I remember he said that. Real men are not liked. And boy, he is not kidding, because here it is. Ryan Clark, man, he said his opinion on his show. He didn't do it on ESPN. That's his show. So he can say what he want to say. But he did not say anything disrespectful. I watched that interview over and over again. He did not say anything. He did not attack his wife. He did not attack RG3. Now he did attack RG3 afterwards, because he said that you're a horrible teammate. I stuck up for you. But okay, I'm not coming at your wife, but you trying to slander my name, so now I'm finna come at you.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I mean, I can understand Ryan Clark and how he feels. You're married, whether you're black or white, and when you're married as a man, and someone doesn't say directly, just says out of his mouth, your wife, or like the Will Smith situation, about how his wife feel, and then a real man has to step up. Because that's the manhood in him, to be the protector of his wife and family. So, he's going to say something. It just, but no man is going to sit there and take something where it's not a derogative statement, but mention the reason why you can't comment because of who you married to and this and that. And then now you're basically putting his wife in this, you know what I'm saying? Because she's a part of why you can't say what you want to say. But on Ryan Clark's defense, Ryan Clark is a real brother.
Yeah,
that's he's a real brother that's quote unquote, that's an analyst and a podcast host, the number one podcast in America. That shit says something. When this man speaks, listen how quiet people get, because what you're getting from this man, you're getting intelligence. You're getting he don't go to the stem, he don't go to the trunk, he goes to the root. He goes to the root of the problem. And a lot of people hide things within the root. But if you're around Ryan Clark, he's not going to let you do it. You know what I'm saying? That is an honest man. That's a truthful man. He's going to give it to you the way it's supposed to be given. A lot of people can't handle that. Mm-hmm. We're in the society now. A lot of people cannot handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? Take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? This man was raised that way. I can tell he was. His mother and father raised him to be a stand-up gentleman. Stand for what you feel and say what you feel. Stand for what you're right. And that's why people like him. That's why he was a good analyst on the damn ESPN. That's why he's the number one podcast, has the number one podcast in the whole world. That should tell people something. People love this man realness. Now, I could understand RG3 how you feel, but the man just called you out. He called you out in a way that he was saying this is the source of your problem. Mm-hmm. He didn't say that direct like your wife, but she's a part of the problem why you can't speak the way you want to speak. Mm-hmm. You want to keep your wife out of this and keep family out of this. I understand that. But, when you're in the public eye, if that's the case, don't be a broadcaster. Because that's what they're going to say. They're going to critique you. It's the same thing like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? When he came to Stephen A's mouth, keep my son's name out your mouth. When you in these likes like this, bro, things going to happen. Just expect that stuff to happen, bro. They're going to come at you with the good, and they're going to come at you when it's bad. But you got to be able to take both. Don't take it all when it's just good. You're in that limelight. You're in the public's eye. Especially on the internet these days. I mean, just not only a certain amount of people see you, the whole world see you. The whole world know. And Brian Clark, if it's in you and it's valuable information that the world needs to know, he's going to share it. He's not going to go around it. He's not going under, over, no preposition. He's going through it. He's a real man's man. Understand Ryan Clark. And I appreciate that man. I really do. I love listening to his podcast. Because he got my attention from the time he opened his mouth, because I know he's going to keep it real. There's nothing fake about this man. Everybody love him. So RG3, man, I mean, it wasn't no attack on your wife, man. You got to understand that your wife, he feel like this is the source of the problem why you can't do and say the things you want to say. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is, bro. You know, and you doing all your things, like I said, when you was with the Commanders, you know, and all this stuff like that. The man didn't nobody in the team had no respect for you. He didn't have no respect for you. You know, so all these things, didn't nobody in the public know that was going on. But now you out here on broadcast and everything, you got called out about it. Now the whole world know about how you saying the skin of your wife's skin was milk. And how you just kept saying it constant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, them brothers on the team, man, they didn't appreciate that you run around saying that. And like I say, they got black wives. So what you saying about their wives? You know, you're talking about their wives too. Whether you know it or not, you should have kept that to yourself. So, but now that the rabbit got the gun, when things turns around, when someone saying something indirectly to your wife while you were saying something indirectly to their wives, you can't handle it. You got to remember some things that you said, my brother. When you said that the white skin of that white woman is like milk, and you're around a bunch of African American are married to beautiful black women. What are you saying about their skin? You said something about them in an indirect way. He said something to your wife in a direct way. Now you got to, you know what I'm saying? The rabbit got the gun, and the same thing you did, he did. You got to remember what you did, brother. And if you can't handle it, don't do it. Respect people that's around you. You know, everybody didn't have a white wife that was around you, but you voiced it anyway. You don't care who you offended. You offended them brothers. Because if I was on the team and had a wife, you would have offended me too. Because I'd be like, what you saying about my wife then? Her skin color. Should have kept that to yourself. And tell that to your wife while y'all confined quarters. Y'all one-on-one. Tell your wife that. Don't exploit that to the world. Now that you've been exploited, you don't like it. The tongue, my brother, the tongue is a powerful thing. It's been that since the Bible days, and it's been that now. Now we got social media. Now people saying things, and whatever you say, the whole world know about. And if you got any kind of scandal or any kind of dark secret that you don't want people to know, people are telling it now. They're putting you out there on social media. You don't like that. We could have handled this and handled that. Okay, then you could have handled that when you was at the Redskins saying that comment about your wife. You don't think you offended them brothers? So watch what you say sometimes. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, it's not about you and Ryan Clark. It's about Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese. We got to solve that problem. And I say, to me, no better problem solvers for that situation, those who went through it, than Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Have a session with them two. And I guarantee you, when they get out of that meeting with them two and put it out there, you know, let that be something to put on social media so everybody else see. You put everything else out there and let everybody see how these two men bring these two ladies together and they can get on the court and respect each other game and compete. That's what it's all about. That's what we need. And those two men, they're the only one too can fix this problem.
Yep. Ryan Clark actually, you know, he was basically defending Angel Reese because RG3, man, he was slandering Angel Reese. Like, this is what he said on Twitter. He says, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It's staring us all right in the face, but people are afraid to say it. Won't answer questions about Caitlin Clark. Gets mad when people praise Caitlin Clark for the explosion of popularity around women's basketball. But how can you prove that? How can you say that this woman hates another woman? Because of every time, all I see is rival. But all I see is rival because whatever they have done or any kind of altercation has always been on the court. We never seen them in a bar. We never seen them in a grocery store. We never seen them in a mall or parking lot fighting and arguing against each other. No. Every time they are interacting, it's always on the basketball court, right? And it starts with Angel Reese in the national championship game when LSU beat the brakes out of Iowa. Angel Reese was pointing at the ring saying, hey, I beat you. Okay. Caitlin Clark got her the next year. Get off the court. Okay. Even now it trickles down to the WNBA. And they got into it just recently when the altercation, boom, they going at it. It's just a rival, man. Like
it's all it is. It's just two young ladies that are at the top of their game competing for the same thing. And whenever they come together, you're going to get this.
Right, but I don't think that the woman hates. Like, and I'm glad you use Magic.
I don't think
I'm glad you use Magic and Bird because those it so happened Magic had to be black and so happened Bird had to be white. But those two, man, they didn't hate each other. They just competed with each other. Magic Johnson found out that Larry Bird gets up 4 o'clock in the morning to go running. Magic said, "I'm going to get up at 3 o'clock." It's all about competitiveness.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
They're thinking about each other. What is he doing that I can be greater than? It's just competition. I can't get to the road of the NBA championship without going through that person. They can't get to the WNBA championship without going through me. And so we at a standstill. So something got to give. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna give on that basketball court. And so I got to get better than her. She got to get better than me. It's just about competition. You got and like I say, no better two people can solve this problem that the two people that went through this 42 years ago.
It's stereotyped. And RG3 is stereotyped because now you got basically an angry black woman because black women are known to be angry. And it's now you're using the angry black you're using an angry black woman to be angry against her. But it's so stereotyped. It's the world stereotype. We all think every Chinese person is super smart. We all think every Mexican is dirty. We all think every black man is a thug. We think every white man is racist. It's all stereotype. It's stereotype, man. It's all, and Ryan Clark is coming to, I ain't gonna say coming to save the day, but he just speaking his opinion like, hey man, this girl, I know this girl, and I think it's an LSU thing because Ryan Clark with the LSU, but so he knows Angel Reese on a personal level, and he's basically saying, hey, she's not like that, so why are you trying to slander this young lady's name? She's not like that. That's all he's saying. And he's like, yo, you can't say this. How can you say this? But again, Ryan Clark, his meaning was there, but his words was wrong because he just don't say the word wife or kids. You leave that alone. If you're gonna make a statement, make it come at him. You shouldn't have said that. That's the only thing I disagree with Ryan Clark. You shouldn't have said wife. Don't say that because now, because our words behind closed doors, it'd have been fine. But you out in the public and you say that. That got misconstrued quickly.
Let me say something about that, Coach. We got to understand who we're talking about here. We're talking about Ryan Clark. Yeah. And no matter if it's in front of him, he's not going to go around it or go through it or go under. He's going to deal with that. He's not going to put it on the back burner because of what people might think. He's going to speak his truth. And if that's the truth to him, and if it has something to do with somebody white or if something, he's going to speak it. He's not going to go around it because she's white. He's going to go straight to it. And I respect him for that. I really do. Even though he knows that it's going to start controversy and probably get him knocked off the show or in his podcast. That man right there is going to speak his truth. He's not going to sugarcoat nothing. He's not going to go around stuff to please the public or please people's ears. That's just him. That's just the way he is. Now, other people might do that. That's not Ryan Clark. Because that man cannot go to sleep at night until he know that he did not tell the truth to the public. That's how he is as a man. He got to get the truth out. When you ask him, you come to Ryan Clark, he gonna give it to you raw. Like me. You come to me, I'm gonna give it to you raw. You already know me, host. You know how I get down. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't got time to sugarcoat nothing. You come to me as a man, I'm gonna give it to you as a man. That's how I respect that brother. I respect him to the utmost. And even though if it means that's his career in broadcasting, or that's just him, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Ryan Clark is going to always, that brother right there got my attention every time he speak because that man going to tell the truth. And even if he's talking about me, he's telling the truth. I got to be able to take constructive criticism. That's all it is. It's cause it ain't nothing about me. He's just telling me how I'm derailing myself off the rail. I need to straighten up and get back on track. We all done been through it. You got to be able to handle it. And him as a grown ass man, he's showing his weakness. You put it out there in training camp, or you put it out there when the Washington, it was all good when you was talking about the white of your skin or your white skin. It was all good then. But you didn't think about the other damn 51 players that was on that team. Maybe 30 of them got black wives. You didn't think about that. You got it off there. Now it's coming back at you. It's a boomerang back at you. You can't handle it, my brother. Ryan Clark is a real man. I ain't going to say he went too far. He spoke how he speak. That's how he is. Everybody knows it. He got the #1 podcast. He got the big contract at ESPN. He was a Super Bowl champion in Pittsburgh. This man got a tight-ass resume. Everybody loves this man. Ain't nobody else got nothing to say about him.
Pepcorn. She says.
Oh, okay, Charlene.
How you doing, Pepcorn? She says she should be mentioned. She should be mentioned because she was in the background of the video giggling and egging her husband on. She has no respect for black women. So she involved herself in this. Okay, so like I said, see again. Now it's just spiraling. It just spiraling, man. This right here. She's right though. She was giggling. Right. She's exactly right. Mm-hmm. But now, like I said, once the giggling and stuff, now we all way in left field now. we already in left field. The damage has been done. But now it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Now RG3 is bringing more and more people to try to bury Ryan Clark. Example, because he's trying to get ESPN involved to get this guy removed. And it's insane. And I agree with Stephen A. Smith, man. Stephen A. Smith said, Ryan Clark should not be moved from ESPN. And Stephen A., man, which is a real brother too. Because I stand by Stephen A., man, but even with the whole LeBron James thing, like LeBron James tried to get him buried. Okay, so I'm standing with Stephen A., but Stephen A. said Ryan Clark is a real brother. He said he got no beef with RG3. He don't whatsoever. But Ryan Clark is a brother. Ryan Clark true to it, and that's his dude. And he's like, I'm gonna stand by him all the way. And if ESPN tries to get rid of him, they got to go through him first, Stephen A. And I agree with that, man. I mean, the man, he didn't come at him, though. I mean, man, Jesus, the world is just too soft, man. We got to learn how to accept truth. You got to learn how to accept truth and accept things.
The softness, I mean, this world has got to the point they just can't take nothing.
Can't take anything, man, without turning into racism or any other thing, we get offended. We get offended by everything. If a person on a low key, if a friend, let's use this for example, if a friend say he come up to you and say, "Hey man, you kind of smell a little bad there. You might want to take it." That friend is gonna be like, "Oh man, he talking about me, man. Why he talking about me like that?" No, bro, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to on the low. I'm just, hey, bro, I'm just trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, why I just. Like,
you might want to handle that.
That's all, man. It's not about demoralizing anybody, man. But like I said, we're so sensitive now. Maybe it's some estrogen or something in the food or something, man. I just don't get it, man. We just got to stop. RG3 is really, he don't understand that the division, now, you're causing more division and racism now. I'm not saying racism is always going to be here. To the day we die, to this world ends. It's always going to be here. And by him being a figure in the sports world and now making this even worse than what it is now. It's even worse now. Come on, man. We trying to stop it, not trying to make things grow. Now you to the point where you trying to bury this brother. But you can't touch RC. Right, really? You can't touch him. But the dude is an Emmy Award-winning guy. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the whole thing in a nutshell, it's not about nobody. It's about Caitlin Clark and Louise. It's all about them two on the court.
He said his opinion.
But outside the court, ain't nobody got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Nobody. Let them battle out on the court, and then we can stop voicing our opinion about what this and that. See how all this stuff, because of two prominent athletes going at it, it done caused this uproar in the whole nation about everybody thinking about this and that. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody but them two. Them two.
I stuck up for Draymond Green one time on his show. I said, Draymond, look, man, I know Draymond Green got his antics, but leave him alone. Yeah, I stuck up for him because Draymond Green is an excellent basketball player. He's a role player. He's something that team need. Draymond Green is successful. He won 4 NBA championships. Defensive Player of the Year. Can he? Is he setting the world on fire with his scoring? No, that's not his job. Draymond Green is in there he's in there to disrupt you. Same way Bill Laimbeer did. Same way Kevin McHale did. Same way Joe Dumars and Rick Aguilar, John Sally, Rick Mahorn, all those guys, Charles Oakley. Those guys were there to intimidate you. That's their role. But you can't say, oh, Draymond Green is a bad guy. He's not. He's a smart guy. He's because the NBA is soft, that he bumps you around a little bit. He talks some junk to you a little bit. What's wrong with that? If you can't handle it, if the saying is you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't handle Draymond Green all up in your ear, just same way Dennis Rodman. Oh, Dennis Rodman's gay. Dennis Rodman this, and Dennis Rodman that, because he, patted Carmelo on his butt or whatever. Psychologically, as a basketball player, that he was trying to get in Carmelo's mind. But stereotype, they say the man gay. What? Come on, man. We just things got misconstrued with RG3. In order for RG3 to get out of this this whole predicament, because right now the world's painting him as a bitch. In order to get out of this, man, he need to go national. Maybe go on a pivot. Let's talk this thing out. And I'm sure Ryan Clark, man, he's a man's man. He's a guy, man. Look, come on the show. Let's talk about this. That's what it should have been. Same way LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. LeBron James should have talked to that man instead of, one-on-one behind the scenes. Some things it got to be said around the camera. But, Mr. LeBron going to do it right there on Staples Center's, crypto court.
But I don't think that'll work, host, because you got two egos here, and one is believe what they believe, and the other believe that they don't want to be. Nobody want to be wrong.
But yeah, that's true too. But the world needs to see that two men can get along. Two black men can get along.
They ain't gonna get along because that man feel like you done called out his wife.
That's true too.
That's true, but he ain't got no respect for you now. Now he to the point where you can't come back. He just put anything that he says now, and he's thinking about his wife.
Yeah,
he's trying to his wife say.
But this is going to be on RG3 too.
If he say, "Well, I wouldn't talk about your wife," just to hear it in his ear about you out your mouth talking about his wife again, he gonna want to pull a Will Smith on you. You know what I'm saying?
This is RG3.
Out your mouth.
This is RG3. It has to be on him. Like you said it in the beginning.
Name out your mouth.
But you said this in the beginning that Ryan Clark. You said this in the beginning that Ryan Clark is a man's man, right? You said that
he is a man's man. Yes, sir.
And I believe that he will sit down with this guy, and let's talk about this. I didn't say this, blah 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 blah. And
you got RJ3. He has the problem that this man
has the problem.
His name, wife, about his wife name come out his mouth. Yeah, and if he talk to him again, he'll say, "Well, I didn't mean to talk about your wife." Oh, he gonna keep hearing about his wife, and he gonna get defensive, man. You gonna keep my wife's name because he in protective mode. You can't talk to him. You can talk to him about anything else, but you can't mention something about his wife. He ready to set off. You done put him in that position. They can't talk like that because once RC said that, "Hey man, I didn't really mean to. I wasn't trying to talk about your wife. I was saying that your wife." Then he gonna really latch on to him. That ain't gonna be a good sight. It ain't. You done talked about that man's wife now. That's in his mind.
It's his mind. He thought he
in his
said
mind,
it, but he didn't.
he
He didn't talk about his wife. He didn't say
Will
he didn't
Smith.
talk about his wife.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Terrible.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get comical with it a little bit.
That's terrible, RG3.
It's terrible,
man.
though. But he
gotta grow up some, bro. Gotta grow up some.
Hey, bro, that man ain't gonna be able to take that, bro. You can't put them two together. You ain't gonna be able to take it.
And I'm gonna say this in closing, that I think the reason why RG3 like that, because he's taken a lot of heat for marrying a white woman. I'm pretty sure he's not just from RC, but he's just taking a lot of heat probably from his personal family and everybody, because he's married in a interracial marriage. Who cares? I mean, it's me personally. So now that when he hears that, it triggered him now. So when he hears that, now he gets triggered. Because like I say, I'm pretty sure RG3 has called a lot of bull for marrying a white woman, not just from RC, but the world and colleagues and anything like that, family and all. But again, it triggered him. Now it's just blah 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 blah. No, I'm not saying that.
For you to sit there, ain't a lot of people in interracial marriage. They're married to white women. But for you to sit there and gloat about her skin color being milk, and RC and all the rest of the brothers that got black women as wives, that's when the respect started right there, because they felt like you was talking about their wives.
But that's a defense mechanism. What I'm trying to explain. What I'm trying to explain is that's his defense mechanism, because he's coming to his wife aid, because like I said, he's been married twice to a white woman. He got a lot of heat from it. So now he's trying. That's his defense. Oh my wife. Oh my wife. Oh my wife. He's got a lot of heat. So now he's just reacting to it. Now he feel like he need to come save the day because he got so much backlash.
Because you in an interracial marriage, and a lot of people feel different about that, and things are going to be said. You're just dealing with a build-up. But once you get that out of you and say, it's going to happen again somewhere, people are going to talk about your marriage again.
They're going to talk about it.
A lot of people just don't believe in that, man.
But that's why you
just got to deal with it.
Exactly. You got to deal with it. Just move on. So what? So people are going to talk about whether you do good or bad. And you got to look at it too. You're a former quarterback in the National Football League, Rookie of the Year to be exact. So everything you say and everything you do is going to be in the spotlight. I've said that several times on this show, even with Henry Ruggs all the way down, that everything you do as an athlete, a professional athlete, a popular professional athlete as well, you will get scrutinized. You will get scrutinized. If you're going to a strip club, they're going to immediately say, "Oh, you're cheating on your wife," or if they see you talking to another woman at a grocery store, "Oh, you're cheating on your wife." Everything going to get misconstrued because you're an athlete. TMZ, they make millions of dollars by doing false stuff like that. So you just got to be careful. That's why I admire Jay-Z. You know why? Because you never see Jay-Z. You never see him. That's why I admire Michael Jordan, because you never see him. You never see him. They ain't with that. They ain't with it. You shouldn't live your life as a hermit crab. No, but they just ain't with it. That's my closing on it, man. Again, RG3 grew up some, bro. Here, Ryan Clark, man. Hey, much love to you. Hey, man, put us on your show, bro. Put us on your show, Ryan Clark, man. Come on, bro. Hey, man, look.
When you get Magic and Bird on there, bro, get some royalties. Because we come up with the idea, man. Come on.
I can't take that one, bro. You did that one. You did that one all by your lonesome. So if you see your $1 million, just make that out to the dome.
Oh, come on, now.
I can't touch that one, bro.
You can't touch that one.
No, just get. If you give you $1 million, just give me $2, bro. Just give me $2.
Oh, bro, come on now. You know I ain't gonna let you be small like that. You know I ain't gonna let you do it. You know I eat, you eat, bro. You know how that go.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir, man. All right. Last but not least, man, let's go to the NBA here. Oh, the NBA. Wait a minute. We got a live chat here. Pepcorn. She got more. She says Ryan Clark has apologized to RG3's wife. But where's the apology to Angel Reese by RG3? That's problematic. White women deserve apologies, but black women don't. See, Pepcorn, you can start something by saying that statement. Okay. Again, because Q said it. He started off, before he started off, we started off like in the 17-minute mark. He started off saying Ryan Clark is a man's man. This is what a man's man do. In your first sentence, Pepcorn, Ryan Clark has apologized to RG3's wife. That's a man's move. And we as people, we need to do the right thing and don't worry about what the next person does. If I apologize, I did my part. If Ryan Clark or Angel Reese don't get an apology, that's okay. Because that's going to make them look like a dumbass. That's going to make them look like Ryan Clark did what he had to do to clear his side.
Right. I mean, and
Angel Reese don't get it. That's okay.
As a man, he apologized to her, but your boy, he still RG3 still holding something because he can't apologize because you threw all that dirt on her. Now you got to turn around and apologize. You got to eat that crow. You done said all this about Angel Reese and said that about her, but now you gonna hold on to what you said. You ain't apologized.
And if he don't, that's fine because again, that's gonna make him look more.
That's cool.
It's going to make him look more bad. But Ryan Clark, as a man's man and what he stands by and what his show is about and what he is a man. So he apologized. Look, man, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't come at your wife like that. What more do you? That's it right there.
What more you want the man to say? What more
you want him to say? Exactly. But RG3, if RG3, I'm not saying he's not a man, but I'm just saying the right thing for RG3 to do is say thank you for apologizing. Hey, Angel Reese, I apologize for making you look like a bad guy, and you was not. I apologize for saying that you was going to sucker punch Caitlin Clark, and let bygones be bygones. But if you're going to hold it, and the more you hold, it's just like a bag of dirt. The more you keep putting dirt in the bag is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger till it all explode. Then you got a whole mess on you that you can't clean off. This is going to make RG3 look bad, bro. It's going to make him look bad. He's not going to get we're not going to see him on Thursday Night Football. We're not going to see him on Fox. We're not going to see him on CBS. All he's going to have is his podcast. And that's bad, bro. I wish the best for him.
I mean, I do too. People.
Ryan Clark is going on, bro. Ryan Clark is going on.
Yeah, because he got
Emmy award winning. Q. Emmy award winning. We got to put some respect on that. Emmy, you want an Emmy from a YouTube podcast? Emmy. That's commercials don't even win Emmys. Soap operas and TV shows don't even win Emmys. But this guy won an Emmy. He come on.
Name, but you gotta put respect on his name.
RC gonna go on to be RC, baby. And he got the second best podcast panel on YouTube because I got the first.
There we go.
but yeah, he got Crowder and he got Fred Taylor, man. So I mean, he got support and he got support all around the world, man. He's gonna go on to do great things and continue to do great things. RG3 better give it the program, bro. Better get with it. All right, man. We're gonna jump over to the NBA here. NBA. Shai Gilgeous Alexander, MVP. Oklahoma City Thunder guard Shai Gilgeous Alexander is the recipient, and I love the name of this award. I'm glad they made it. The recipient of the Michael Jordan Trophy as the 2024-25 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player. Gilgeous Alexander has been named the Kia NBA MVP for the first time, having finished second in the voting last season and fifth in 2022 and 23. He becomes the second player from Canada to earn the honor, along with two-time winner Steve Nash in 04 and 05. Gilgeous Alexander is also the third player to win the award with the Thunder, joining Kevin Durant in 2013 and 14 and Russell Westbrook in 2016. In the 2024 regular season, Gilgeous Alexander averaged 32.7 points, 5.0 rebounds, 6.4 assists, 1.7 steals, 1.1 blocks in 34 minutes. He averaged 34 minutes in 76 games, setting career highs in points, assists, and blocks per game. A 7-year veteran, Gilgeous Alexander won the NBA scoring title for the first time. He became the first player to lead the league in games with at least 20 points. He hit 75 times. 75 times he got 20 points. And 30 points 49 times. He got 13 50 point he scored 40. I'm sorry. He scored 30 points 75, 30 and 20 points 75 times. 49 times he scored 40 points in a game, and 13 and 50 points. He scored 50 points 4 times in a season. James Harden is in 2018. Gilgeous Alexander's only regular season game with fewer than 20 points was in the 18-point performance against San Antonio Spurs on October 30th, 2024. He scored at least 20 points in each of his final 72 games, the longest streak at any point in a single season since 1963, when Wilt Chamberlain recorded an 80-game streak and Oscar Robertson had a 76-game streak. I'm going to read this and I'll be done. The 6'6" Gilgeous Alexander shot 51.9 from the field, a career high 37.5 from the three-point range, and 89 from the free throw line, 6 in the NBA. He made an NBA leading 601 free throws and a personal best of 163 three-pointers, 68 more threes than his previous career high of 95 set last season. And that's the last part. Gilgeous Alexander joined Michael Jordan as the only players in NBA history to average at least 32.0 points and 6.0 assists per game and shoot for 50% or better from the field in a season. Jordan accomplished the feature twice in the 1988 and 1989 seasons. That dude got a lot of accolades, but Shai Gilgeous Alexander, 2025 MVP. Is it well deserved for this guy, or would you prefer somebody else?
Oh no, man! I mean, without a question, it's well deserved. I mean, he was knocking at the door last year. Mm-hmm. This young man is he put the work in. He put the time in. 7-year prime of his NBA career. I think he started out with the Clippers. And then when he was with OKC, Chris Paul was there. Chris Paul was a mentor to him, told him the ways and ins out, how to be a professional, how to take care of his body, how to eat right and everything. And he grew into fruition. And this man right here, I mean, there's no other player out here that's doing what he's doing. I think on a consistent basis. I know Ant-Man, he's up there too. But I mean, this the guy right here, man. I mean, he just slippery like an eel. This man is just like long, and I mean, he can handle that ball. It just seems like just no defense for this guy. Shout out to him. He well deserved, within his 7-year in the NBA. This is a prime of his NBA career, so to say. And so you're getting the prime of SGA right here. We knew that he was a remarkable talent. We knew that his game was exploding every year, and we knew somewhere down the line he would peak, and he peaked this year as being the NFL MVP. This man has shown me through watching the playoffs that, I mean, this team itself is a microcosm of his game. They get us out and run, and they play defense and they run, and they're up tempo, and he's a part of it. Gets them going, and once they get into these remarkable leads, teams just can't come back. It's just that simple, man. I mean, this SGA, man. I mean, I think as he goes, the team goes. That's how I look at it, and. So SGA, a shout out to you, my brother. You put the time in. You came from Canada, and you represented OKC well. They had some as host mission. They have some honorable mission guys to come out of there. Russell Westbrook and
James Harden and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's a legacy that he plays behind, and and all those guys still playing in the NBA. Check that out. And so for him to be a young man, this young man has talent. Is what all the NBA is all about. So they're a fun team. There's a bunch of young wild dogs. They just wild dogs, and they can run. They just wear you out, man. Just wear you out. They don't mind running. This is the true meaning of young guns. Young guns. They some young boys. Everybody likes this young team because they're young and they just get out and get it. And it's all because of SGA, man. Shout out to the man. Congratulations to you and your family, and we wish you the best as you continue to strive for an NBA championship.
Yeah, I'm with it. I think it's a perfect choice. I could not live with myself if the Joker would have won the MVP. Couldn't live with it. I couldn't live with him being the MVP. No. This guy deserves it. He took a team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, who was terrible a few years back. They was terrible, one of the worst teams in the league. And for him to come in and turn that thing around, again, he was on 2022. He was 5th in the MVP vote. That's when they actually started turning things around 3 years ago. But like I said, about 4 or 5 years ago, they was garbage. God, it was terrible. But for him, man, to win the MVP, I'm proud of him. Gilgeous, oh man, shout out to the live chat. Good Lord. All right, everybody, what's going on? What it is? But
don't see nothing.
But man, his mid range is off the chain, off the charts, bro. I haven't seen a mid range that good, man. Right? It's recently since Sam Cassell. Like this mid range is just off the chain, and he's bringing it back. That mid range is, as they call it now, the midi, whatever. But I like it, man. It's a great. The guy is mature. He's not a whole lot of talk. He handled himself on the court as a leader. I watched. I've been fortunate to watch him a couple of times this year, man. He's been handling himself as a leader. He put the team on his back. I remember they was doing a press not a press conference, like after the game, and I forgot the question they asked him, but he turned around because his teammates, they were celebrating behind him, and I think he had scored 50 points or something, and he looked at them and said, the question was, what does it take for them to get to the playoffs? And he turned around to his team and he said, maturity. And they were like, like that. So basically, I like that response, what he said. I like when he won the MVP award, they was cheering him on and stuff like that. But he's a humble dude, man. Yeah. He's a humble guy. He's just not, he ain't with all the limelight and all that. He's just not that type of dude, man. He just put all that work out on the court. And he's getting a lot of heat right now because they're saying that you can't guard him. He flops and all that. And he does. But I'm going to tell you, I watched his game, and he's a smart flopper, if that makes sense, y'all. He's a smart flopper. He goes to the hole, and he may get a little contact, and he's going to make sure. But nowadays, you got to do what you got to do to win. You got to do what you got to do to win. And that guy's doing it. Yeah, he flop a little bit. Not like LeBron James, the invisible flop, but he actually gets the contact. But it is what it is, man. I think he's strategic. I think he's a good shooter. I think he's a good leader for that team, a young team, like Q mentioned, a very young team. And shout out to Chet Holmgren, man. His backman is Robin. Chet Holmgren. Oh man, Chet Holmgren he's a beast, man. Tall, skinny dude, man. But man, the dude is playing aggressive. Lately, I've been seeing him playing aggressive. He's tall, but he's not a center. He got the height and stuff for a center, but man, the dude is off the chain, man. He's like a Porzingis over there in the West, and he's doing his thing out there. So man, shout out to Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you what, you're a bad man when you frustrate the defense so bad that they're throwing the ball at you and they push you down. You know you.
There you go. You know
you
bad.
You getting in. When you get in their head like that, you're a problem.
Yep.
That they can't solve.
Yep. Gilgeous Alexander is perfect for the NBA, and definitely setting the tone to be the face, one of the faces of the NBA. We haven't had that face yet. LeBron James, of course, is on his way out, and I think the NBA is trying to find their guy who's going to be the face. You got him. You got Anthony Edwards. You got Jalen Brunson. You got Jason Tatum. You got all kind of. I even throw in Tyrese Halliburton. Why not? You know, you're trying to find everybody. The NBA is definitely trying to find their guy, but I think it could be SGA, man. It could be SGA. He definitely setting the tone by winning the MVP. Again, man, a guy that don't get into trouble, don't say a whole lot on the court, shows leadership, leads his team. That's what you need. That's what you want as a face of your product. So shout out to him, man. I like it. I couldn't live if Nikola Jokic was the MVP again. I couldn't live with it, bro. Because I just hell no. Don't get me wrong. Denver was nice, bro. Denver was tough, but I can't. Nah, bro. Something fishy with that one, but nevertheless, they got it. On to Shai Gilgeous Alexander. All right, dog. RG3, RC. Can't wait till next week. I'm pretty sure that this has not died, so we'll hear more garbage on what's to come in that whole feud. But nevertheless, man, we talked about it. And thank you guys for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon. Let me get my stuff together here. That's our show for today, man. Thank you for watching another episode of the Real to Sports Talk Show, man. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Listen.
Where the music at, Coach? Where the music at?
We need them thumbs up, man. We need them thumbs up, man. Hey, man. Y'all gotta hit them thumbs up for us, man. We need that. What the thumbs up do, it tells YouTube to promote the show a little bit more, man. Thumbs up. I've been seeing just one or two. God dang, can we get 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40? And hit their auction boys, 35, 45, 55, 75. God dang. Get some thumbs up in here, man. Show us some love, man. Hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up, man. We highly appreciate it. All right, man, we'll turn this thing over to the dog. He's going to take us out here.
Well, man, I tell you, that's exhausting. That was an exhausting subject right there. It was real deep. I'm glad y'all was able to tune in today. We love y'all. I hope we got out the information out to y'all and enlighten y'all of what's going on in the sports world today. We want to continue to tell y'all to come on in with us, with family, and we can enjoy each other and get ready for our favorite time of year is the football season. So those of y'all out there ready to face the Minnesota Vikings, good luck. That's all I got to tell you, because we're coming for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready. I can't wait till the season start. But overall, we love you. I hope some of y'all stay tuned and come on back in at 3:30. Me and the host, we will be doing the barbershop. It's an enlightening event for all people to see the message that we're trying to get out. We'll do it from 3:30 to 4:30 and just 1 hour of your time. We ain't trying to take you away from the event size or anything that you're trying to do, but we're just trying to inspire the public. Thank you, Popcorn, for coming in. That's my friend, Charlene. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I hope you're welcome to come back anytime you're ready and enlighten us on come on in the house and talk with us. And we enjoyed your company today. You was the only one to come through the live chat I seen, but I'm putting cases out all the old chat. People came in and they used to come in, don't come in no more. But the dog is calling you out, so I'm about to put an APB out on you, bro. You're tripping. Come on to this wonderful podcast and get some good information that you can take on and enlighten yourself. But otherwise than that, we just thank you. We love you. We want to put our arms around you if we can. And enjoy your Memorial Day. Spend time with your family. Just make sure me and Host get a burnt hot dog. That's all we want. We don't want much.
Right.
So, just make sure that we was that. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy your time with your family and everything. We won't be on next week. I don't know. I'll let Host talk about that. So otherwise than that, I enjoy y'all. I love y'all. I love this podcast. Be safe.
So stay tuned, man, because again, like the dog stated, man, right after this show, man, we will go get a fresh cut up in the Real Man to Man Barbershop. And that is our men talk show. No sports, no sports, whatever. Just man motivating each other, man. So come on back at 3:30. Come on back at 3:30, man. And
Drew to the game. Where you at, baby? Week 10, Drew to the game. OTAs on that ass. That's up. One step closer, baby. On that ass. OTAs next week for you. Yes, sir.
Well, we got the barbershop at 3:30, man. So if you're not coming back to the barbershop, that's fine, man. But next Saturday show is canceled. I'll be out of town. So next Saturday show, if you don't see us on here next Saturday, everything's fine. Just the show will be canceled next Saturday. I'll be out of here, but we will be back June 7th at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. right here live on YouTube with some more sports stuff to talk about, man. So on behalf of myself and the legendary Q Dog, man, everybody around the world, please be safe and stay safe. See y'all at 3:30. And that's in order.